Hey everyone, welcome to the Simone Podcast, where we talk everything self-care, mind, body, and spirit. Stay tuned because the new episode is premiering now. Okay, y'all, so let's just say you done got off of work and, you had a pretty good day at work, but then you decide that you have to go to the grocery store and you have to go and pick up a few groceries. And once you are getting all your stuff together in your buggy and you're getting ready to head to the checkout lane, you get to the checkout lane and you have a cashier who already is looking stank in the face. And when you get up there and you start putting all your items and stuff and everything up there, and the girl that is checking you out is just nasty. She didn't even speak. And she said, "Are you paying with cash or card?" And you answer her and it seems like at every turn when you ask a question and you get ready to give her your money, she's like, "All right, thank you." Just nasty attitude, right? Just nasty attitude. And then when you leave there, you have to go to the post office to go and put in your bills and put them in the mail. And then the clerk that's actually behind the counter is over here telling you, "We out of stamps and it ain't nothing I can do for you." And then you get home and then your husband is acting crazy and he over here getting irritated and stuff with you because he done had a bad day. Y'all, listen, I could keep going on and on and on and on and on and on. And all of this can have a deep effect on anyone, right? Just vice versa, whether it's husband, wife, whether it's sister, brother, whether it's friend or cousin or aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather, whoever you are. This is why today's video is about protecting your energy. Y'all, I couldn't wait to do this video because this is something I have mastered to a T. I'm a process in the making, and I've mastered this a great deal in regards to just my everyday life and protecting my energy from things and other people. Y'all, things may get me rattled, but 1, I don't show it. 2, I don't fake it, and 3, I give it to God. And there are a lot of things we cannot choose, y'all. There are a lot of things we cannot choose. We cannot choose our family. We cannot choose our co-workers. We cannot choose our neighbors, and so on and so on and so on. But what we can choose is who we share our time, energy, and space with. Now, this is so important. This is so important because it is okay. It is okay to protect yourself from negative people and entities and distractions. Y'all, protecting your energy is going to be key to living a better quality life, because people in our everyday lives, they are not going to know the impact that what they say today may have on us. Like I said, back when I used to work retail, I tried to smile every day. You never know what that smile may do for a person. You don't know what kind of day that person has had. You just have no idea. And so I used to try to smile all the time. Even when I was back working, at other places, I was an interpreter for a long time. I used to always just try to have a personable and approachable personality when people would encounter me. But I just always believed in carrying good energy. And if you don't have good energy, separate yourself. I'm going to get a little bit more into that a little later on. And through talking about all this, I know you're like, "So sis, check this out. You done told us what the video going to be about today. So how do we begin by protecting your energy?" Well, here is the big enchilada, honey. First of all, you need to know your energy. Check yourself first. Check yourself first. Check yourself first and check and make sure that your energy ain't screwed up before you go jumping on somebody else and saying how their energy is. You need to look inside of yourself and see, is it me? Now, you can understand that some case scenarios, it may be justified in your eyes to, match energy with other energy. We're not doing that. We're not doing that in 2024. We're not matching energies. Honey, let folks be crazy and stupid and ignorant and nasty and mean and grouchy and depressed and all that stuff over there by themselves. The best thing you can do for them is pray. Okay, this next one is easier said than done. Release what you cannot control. I told you about the people you can't choose to be in your life, nor can you control what happens to you during your work day. You can't control if little Mikey gets 2 D's on his report card. You cannot control if your husband or your wife or your family or your friends are acting phony with you or fake or crazy. You cannot control any of those things. So release it. Release it. I told y'all, we're going to talk a lot more about journaling and how effective and therapeutic it is for this process that we're going through on our self-care journey. But I want y'all to do this. Write down some of the things that you know you can't control, but has a huge effect on the type of energy that you carry. Do that. And I'm sure you're going to be surprised when you just see just how much stuff that we are allowing to affect our energy. Oh, this next one. Setting boundaries. Okay, let me make this plain to you. I believe in people setting boundaries. We all should, but there is a way to do it. Stay within your context, meaning stay on task. If I have a boundary of saying, let's just say I'm not a person who may not like physical touch, right? So if I'm always going around people and all they want to do is hug and shake my hand, all this and that, and I continue to just go around them and they continue to do this, but at some point I say, listen, I love y'all. I love y'all more than anything. I care about y'all, but I'm not a person who likes physical touch, really. I don't really have to hug. I don't want to really be hugged or touched. Like, let me come to you, but I'm gonna ask you if it's okay if I hug or shake your hand or anything like that. But I just want you to know that it certainly is not personal. It's just the type of person that I am. I've never been one for physical touch, and I'm just giving an example, honey, because I ain't like that. I don't mind physical touch from my people. Okay, I ain't saying just anybody and everybody can come up and hug me now, honey. People be carrying different kind of energies. We don't want everybody to open our, personal space. But you see how I did that? I was respectful. I told what my boundary was, and I did it with love. I let them know that I love you. I care about you. I just wanted to make sure you knew something that I was not comfortable with. Don't go off the rails. Don't do that. When you are setting boundaries, a lot of people set their boundaries when they are on an emotional high, when they're angry, when they're fussing, when they're cussing each other out. And that's when the boundary gets set up after you finally done, had it out with your brother, with your sister, or whoever it may be. And the problem with that is you didn't resolve anything. You may think you've set a boundary. No, honey, you've created a hardship in your relationship. And you got to fix that, honey, because you can't put that responsibility on the other person. That's going to be on you. Okay? So remember that. With setting boundaries, do it, but do it in the right way. Okay? Another good thing that really helps with protecting your energy is decluttering your space. I can't tell y'all how good I used to feel when I would come home and, my apartment would be so nice and neat, and it just always looked so nice and clean and smelled refreshed, and I would just feel so relaxed. Like my energy automatically shifted from being at work all day to feeling comfortable in my own home. Declutter your space. Listen, ladies, declutter your cars, because we're guilty of this. Most women I know have a junky car, okay? So declutter your cars too. All right. I'm not saying you got to be like how the men are, honey. They gonna clean them cars faithfully. Some people say they feel like some of these men clean their car more than they clean their body, but we ain't throwing shade at our men, okay? But I want you all to declutter your space, because you ever heard the saying cleanliness is next to godliness? Yeah, that's not just a saying. If you notice anything, I'm gonna just say this too. If you notice anything about the Word of God, if you notice anything, God was always precise. He was always clear in what he was trying to do. What does that tell us about the great I am? Is that he appreciates declutteration, if that's even a word, but he appreciates things being in decent and in order. This next one, I feel like it depends on who you are, because this can mean many different things to many different people, but I know what it means to me. Create yourself a sanctuary. Create a sanctuary. Many of us have prayer rooms. We have prayer closets. Some of us pray in our car. Some of you all, like if we don't have our own place, our car is our sanctuary. Some of us, when we get home, and this depends on where you live, because I know some people may live in some areas that are not as peaceful and slow moving about and coy as others, so definitely assess your own situation when I'm giving these tips, ladies and gentlemen. But create your own sanctuary. Like, if you have a spot that you love to go to just to sit and relax, do that. Me, I like having a prayer room. I like having just a designated spot, or just designated time for me to pray, connect with God, but to get my mind right and to just assess my day. Think about my day and what can I do differently and how can I be better the next day. Now, this next point I'm about to make, how we can truly protect our energy, is to be aware of your triggers. Oh, I be trying on this podcast, y'all. I'm trying my best not to offend anyone, but I gotta shoot it straight with this one here. Some people are so easily triggered, and it can be very annoying. And I guess just because I'm in a different place in my life now, it's so hard. I remember, being a person that could get easily offended or upset or mad about certain things that people said to me. Like, oh my goodness. But if your trigger is being around messy people, and you intentionally go around messy people, what does that say about you? That's saying you don't care about your own energy. And I know some of y'all are saying the very thing you're talking about here, sis, is people I can't get rid of. You want me to get rid of my messy husband, my messy family, my messy... No, I don't speak on marriages now, so I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Like I said, that is a vow that is taken before the great I am, so you got to take that up with the great I am. But what I am saying is we have to be aware of our own triggers, meaning if you know that certain things bother you, why would you put yourself in those situations? If a trigger for you is being lied to, once a person lies to you, you know how to assess and to move accordingly. If the person that has lied to you, let's say, okay, it's 2024. If they lied to you in 2021, you gave them another chance, they lied to you in 2023. If they lied to you again in 2024, honey, I'm going to tell you a key role at really doing better with all of this when I'm talking about your triggers. Accept people for being who they are. A liar is going to be a liar. A cheater is going to be a cheater. You know how to move accordingly and to protect your own energy. And ladies, for those of you all out there, because I know that we, by nature, are more emotional creatures, understand this. The more emotional restraint that you show during these times when you are being triggered, you are building better strength within yourself when you do this. Don't let nobody see you sweat. And avoid contagious emotions. Oh, I got to say this. Okay. You ever be in a room with a person? Like, let's say, okay, I'm going to say it like this. Let me back up. Let's say we all sitting in a room. It's me and 4 other people. We having a good time laughing. And you know that one person that come into the room and it's just saying like, Phew. Like they just automatically shifted the energy in the room. Like, dark cloud. Thou shall remain nameless. I remember back in the day, back in the day. A place I was working, and it seemed like everyone would be having a good day, having a good time, and then next thing you know, certain individuals would show up, and it just seemed like everybody had the same look on their face. You'd be like, oh. Like, why did this person have, that's not good. Bro, that's not good if people hated that you show up to work. Oh my goodness. That's not good if people hated that you show up to the family gatherings. That's just not good. And so in those type of situations, y'all, I'm going to say this. Remove yourself from the situation. And I'm not saying you got to leave, honey. I'm saying remove yourself from the situation. So if they in a spot, I wouldn't make it as noticeable. But like I said, we in the business of protecting our own energy. So we ain't got time for all this other plique type of stuff, whatever. So do that. And last but not least, own your own negativity. Cast it out. We are rebuking all demons, all negative energies, all negative spirits, all negative entities. We are rebuking that in 2024. Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't care who you are, myself included. All of us have had our days where we have been negative Nancys and negative Nates. We've all have been petty Bettys. All of this, we all are guilty of it. But now you have to own your negativity and cast it out. You got to put that stuff to the side. If you think about your week, so think from a week from today, while you're sitting there watching this video, think about some of the negative things that you have done and own it and forgive yourself and then seek forgiveness and then think about how can you do better the next go around, the next time. But, you know, even after all of this, all of these skills you can develop over time to protect your energy. But I gotta say this, no one is going to look out for you like you. No one. You gotta look out for yourself. I don't care if you are married, in a relationship, whatever the case scenario may be. No one is going to know you like you. So no one can look out for you better than you. And this can have lasting positive effects on you and others. And you just might influence others to do the same. I'm happy I included that in here because that is so important. Imagine if you walked around with positive energy every day. I know that's cliche to say or just impossible to say because no one is, unless they are just living a fake lie. But most days, if you carry a positive energy about yourself, just imagine how that can shift the energy in a room full of people that are always constantly nagging or nasty or negative. You can influence them to change and shift their own energies and to cast out their own negativity as well. So in this regard, I'm going to say this in closing. Do not take it personally if people start to criticize you for taking these measures. You are trying to be a better version of yourself. And you owe it to you to be the best version of yourself in 2024. More importantly, your self-care journey. This is a part of self-care, protecting your energy. And I want this for each and every last one of us. I want us to have better energy, and I want us to be better prepared this year. So I'm going to tell y'all, meditate, set boundaries, and most of all, remember at all times, protect your energy. So I hope that this video helped in some kind of way. This is a topic that I really was excited to do, and I am praying that you all will have a great self-care journey, and that this will help lead you a little bit closer to reaching whatever level that you want to. So please take care of yourself and do better in 2024. Well, this has been another episode of the Simone Podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and join us on next Tuesday when we discuss how self-care starts in the mind. Until then, take care of yourself, because I know I will.